Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 3. It is episode 2, and in today's episode, we're going to be setting up the first farms of the season. I want to get an Amethyst GEODE farm going. Now, of course, we also need to do a bunch of other things, because this is still very much the early game. As you can tell, we just got, like, this little area as our base. Now, in between episodes, I've still been doing a bunch of AFK fishing with the second account over here, and Silent 2 has been fishing away. As you can see, he's still going, and we've gotten a ton of very, very good things. What do we got? Vanishing. Yay! But we also got all these other books, and we got some pretty decent god bows as well, and I'm laying out all the enchantments that we need for our sets of armor. I'm not going to enchant any of my things until they are ready to go for full level enchantments, so I'm going to be working on this kind of like in between cuts and just kind of sorting through that fish farm loot. So jumping straight into it, we have an outpost over here, which is only a couple hundred blocks away from spawn. Spawn is like basically directly behind us, and actually that village right there, the spruce one, is where Liara and Zloy are living. And then, yeah, we have an end island. If you haven't seen episode 1, this is all going to be very confusing. Anyway, so we're going to be building a raid farm later on in the season. However, if you're very eagle-eyed, you may notice that we have a geode literally right there, and another one literally right there as well. So, perfect area to AFK and get double the geodes. Now, the nice thing about this is that supposedly there is a third one like directly underground right here. So let's check that out real quick. So a really easy way of finding geodes actually in pretty much any world is just like using chunk base, right?
Chunk base is working for it, and there should be another one here that is just barely in range. So for like AFKing around the middle one there.
Sweet. We're gonna dig straight down. Break all the rules of Minecraft.
Yeah, it's only probably about 30 blocks down, what's that looked like?
There's gravel. Oh yeah, I've found so much gravel. I've found more diorite than anything else though.
I hear spoons.
Oh, there it is! Nice.
Yay!
Ta-da! Oh, and you wouldn't even be able to find this one normally. Look at this, it's got no caves.
Though I do still hear spooters nearby.
Spooters.
But yes, no caves on it. But oh my gosh, this has a lot of budding ones too.
Does it?
Nice. Look, there's like a cluster of 4 right here, and that's just the exposed ones.
Yeah.
There could be more underneath. So
Oh, I never thought about that. Oh, yeah, there's another one right there.
yeah, and then like and then times that by the other ones, we're gonna have so much amethyst so quick. Maybe I should add that to my build palette.
Yes, amethyst is beautiful. What I really wish though is that the calcite was more renewable. Because look at this stuff, it's so beautiful. So a few minutes later, you can see that we've cleared out all of the actual amethyst blocks and the calcite as well. And I believe there's something like 47 amethyst buds in this room. Crazy amount of buds. I had no idea that there would ever be so many. And we got 3 of these geodes in like one little area as well. So that's really cool. You can see like the sheer amount of blocks that we just got from this too. Actually a pretty decent amount of calcite. That's like 10 stacks, 11, 12 stacks. And then this is going to be kind of like a manual harvesting system, because if you harvest a fully grown amethyst crystal with fortune 3, then you can get like 16 crystals per harvest instead of like 4. You know, you can actually automate this. You can set up on like a super long timer, have a piston pushing absolutely every angle of every single one of these buds, but it's an absolute mess of redstone, hoppers, pistons, water lines, and honestly, I don't think it's really worth it. So we're gonna have like a scaffolding system in here, a water stream around the bottom to collect the extra drops, and then we'll just come over here like once every 6 hours or so and maybe harvest them. A small boat ride away, and we got geode number 2. I haven't actually been into either of these ones, so let's see what we got over here. Oh, look at that one. That's actually fully grown. And we got a bit of dripstone as well. Very nice. I love these things. This one appears to be quite a bit smaller than the other one, actually. Interesting. I wasn't aware that they really came in different sizes. Fortune 3U. How many did we get? 12. See, that's literally like 3 harvests of a regular crystal with a piston. Fortune 3 is like definitely the way to go for these. So yeah, this amethyst is definitely way smaller. It's only got like 13 buds. So doubling up and getting multiple amethysts is definitely the way to go. And if you're not gonna do multiples or like use chunk base to help find them, definitely search around for a bigger amethyst, because this one has like literally like a quarter the amounts of buds as the other one. So you really want to play your cards right and spend your AFK time efficiently at one that's going to give you maximum amethyst. Anyway, so let's check out this one over here. This one already appears to be bigger from the outside alone. It doesn't have a ready entrance. Do I have to break into it? Oh, I don't want to break into it, but I will. Hello, amethyst, what you got for me? It's got like one entrance right there. Cool. So this one doesn't appear to have a ton of buds either. Oh, but look at that. I had no idea that these things actually glow. But that makes it really convenient to know which ones are fully grown, because none of these small ones are glowing. I guess that one might be glowing a bit, but this one's definitely glowing more. Sweet. I will take you, and you, and you. So I appear to have somewhat of an invisible hitchhiker. I picked up myself a wandering trader, and now I'm just dragging around the dudes. Oh, jeez. I'm just trying to boat back and forth. I'm not trying to give you a ride. Jeez. So this geode also has about 40 or so buds too, meaning that we got about 100 or so total buds. Crazy. We're going to be rolling in the amethyst. We're going to be making so much tinted glass. And that also means that we have probably about a single chest, if not a little bit more, of calcite too. So I definitely want to build with some of this stuff. It's actually like a really, really nice block. I wish we had like a brick version of it. White bricks would be so nice, but we can't do anything with this. I really, like, it seems like it's only half implemented. Let's be honest, only half implemented. I want bricks, I want slabs, I want stairs, I want walls, I want trapdoors, I want everything out of this. So, slight predicament, my boat is just gone. I'm pretty sure the wandering trader completely stole it because I called him ugly. And that is actually a pretty reasonable response.
I understand that there are certain enchants that you're not managing to get out of your fish farm, Silent. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed.
I have efficiency 4.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I accept payment in, at the moment, copper mostly, but...
Okay, just like copper, copper ingots, raw copper, copper ore, copper blocks, oxidized copper, what you want?
Raw copper, but obviously, like, already smelted would be fine too.
Alrighty. Yeah, sure, I got 29 of these blocks. Let's see what we can make happen here. Here you go. Mini copper.
That first book you've got, I'd love to have it.
The Aquafinity Riptide?
Mm-hmm. I haven't tried it. I want to have.
Well, there.
I want to have fun with that. Yeah.
Yes, Riptide's gonna be awesome.
I also just have many copper blocks anyway.
Oh.
So you can have
Oh, okay. So the down payment on some more.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep throwing blocks at you for a little while.
Oh, okay.
How many of those do you have? What in the world?
But that was one stack.
Jeez, man, you're showing me up over here. Like I feel poor now. Me and my
Well,
22 blocks of copper.
He's just... See, I have a field of copper that's already sat out oxidizing.
Ah, I see.
But, like, it's kind of tempting to do a tower like this now.
Hey, Beardy, guess what?
You've got more than me now,
Yeah.
and I'm sad.
I got more copper than you.
Oh no, Lee's coming up. We don't
Oh,
need
no.
to see this.
Oh,
we don't
no,
need to see
no,
this.
we don't.
No.
I've seen enough.
Just made the Copper Queen even richer.
Oh, this season we actually have a much higher render distance on the server. I believe it's 32 chunks now, so we can see absolutely everyone's builds. And with the telescope, it's even better. Like, we can see Jesse B's tower over there, the beginnings of it anyway. And we can also see the absolute monolith of copper blocks that Liara is building just to try and get them oxidized. Oh, that is so silly. That is so much copper. Jeez. Yeah, this area is going to be absolutely surrounded with builds. Like, at the end of the season, I bet you this entire horizon is going to have something dotted along basically every edge of it. Back over to Geode Processing Unit number 1, we appear to have a fair amount of growth on some of these things. Like, I'm fairly certain that that one right there is a full growth. It's kind of hard to tell, though, isn't it? Do I have any blocks? Can I get up there? I definitely want to harvest that. I'm pretty sure you only get the shards if you harvest them at the full stage. But, yeah, that one actually did drop shards. Fantastic. So, in an ideal situation, you'll get, 16 of these things. And at the very least, you'll get 4 of them. So it really is worth the effort to just do it manually. Now, if you're going to be building a amethyst farm of yourself, you definitely need to remove the layer of calcite, because every single side of these buds needs to have access to air or water or flowing water. That way it can grow. Like if there's a block on that side, obviously you're going to be losing 1/6 of the potential rates of this one bud. And now we have 3 official, unofficial, manual geo farms on the server. I'm going to get a new AFK fish farm set up over here. I already got the materials for it. I'm gonna get Silent 2 AFKing over here overnight. I don't believe there's any formal markings on the outpost, so I'm just going to boat around to the opposite side of this, where there's no angry people with crossbows, and put down a sign on this thing. This thing is super convenient for a farm, because of course we don't need to do literally any spawn proofing at all. It's just completely on the ocean. There's nothing around here. It's going to be perfect for a raid farm. Now, getting some villagers over here, it might be a slight issue, but honestly, I love it. Also, they really shouldn't have built an outpost here. They should have built a lighthouse. Let's be honest. Well, now I really got another guy in my boat. Jeez, what is up with people and stealing my boats? Also, they're just ping-ponging me. Ow, this was a terrible idea. Well, can't go that way either. Can I go this way? No, I'm completely surrounded. I think what we're gonna do here is called a pro gamer move. So let's place down some blocks at that guy's head height, and then we're gonna remove some of these planks here, and we're gonna allow that boat to just push him into those blocks. It should be suffocating him, I would think. I was really hoping he would suffocate. Okay, well, we can fix this, actually. I don't want to kill him, because, like, the whole spawn area is a village. There we go. See, this idea does have merit. We're just gonna suffocate him to death. We won't get bad omen, and we're taking our boat back. Sticking it to the pillager. Oh yeah. So that ugly hunk of junk right there in the middle of this ocean is a beautiful, beautiful AFK fisher. And currently Silent 2 is just hanging out in here doing some fishing. And he is going to be loading all 3 of our geodes. So hopefully if I leave this guy overnight, we'll have all 3 of the geodes like fully grown. And then we'll get approximately like 20 stacks of amethyst shards, supposedly. It's gonna be so much amethyst. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Start selling that, set up our first shop. And speaking of our first shop, I want to set up a little chest at spawn. Right, so we have a little bit of a shopping district that is beginning to be built around here. First of all, we have Liara's shop over there. High level enchanted books, 1 stack copper or 2 diamonds. And that's very, very convenient. However, you see there's this other little stall over here. And I don't happen to have any of the resources needed to build a stall. Definitely not. So I'm going to tear this down. And I'm going to set up my own shop, like directly right next to it, that sells highly enchanted bows, and it's going to be prepared for, you know, crystals, the amethyst versions, and I might even sell some of the enchantment books that I don't want either. The spawn vines really make this place look like super overgrown and ancient. Like, I legitimately did not even see that there was another stall here. I kind of want to, like, use this one instead because it's also nice and big. So I'm going to use that one, but I'm going to build up another one over here for other people to use. And then we can have a nice little teeny tiny shopping district going. And a little while later, the first shop of the season is now live. Well, my first shop of the season anyway. So we got food for 1 diamond for 3 stacks because, you know, we got so many taters, basically like a double chest of taters, and so much fish from the fish farm. We got bows for 5 diamonds each, which is pretty solid. I would like to put a Curse of Vanishing on all of these just because, you know, planned obsolescence is a thing that is terrible, but also mildly hilarious as well. And I do have enough vanishing to make that happen. Amethyst, we're going to be stocking once the amethyst geodes are all fully grown. And we're also selling all the excess books that we don't really need from the fishing as well. So I don't really need or want any of these ones because I'm just not going to be using them. So hopefully we get a couple of sales and hopefully people are willing to part with their lovely, lovely diamonds. So the next mini project is I need to find myself some sheeps. That way I can make a wool farm. And furthermore, I also want to make a bunch of beds in the future for bed bombing the nether to get lots of netherite. So getting our first spyglass of the season. Is there anything around? I see no sheep. I must find a sheep. Oh, I think I found a sheep. Is it? Oh, no, it's just a goat. That's not what I wanted. Oh, there's a cute baby goat too. Sheep, found a sheep. And there's another sheep. No, that's just a goat, never mind. So I just walked like 200 blocks around spawn just to get the sheep back here. And then Liara just happened to find a brown sheep, like literally right there. My luck! Yeah, so I made these guys a pen, and then I turn around, and there's literally a pen right here I could have used. I'm not very observant, are I? So another mini project that we got going as we're waiting for Silent 2 to grow some amethyst is the almighty furnace god over here. All hail the furnace. All hail the furnace. And this thing has been burning basically non-stop since like day 2 of the server, and the goal is to keep it running the entire season. Never break it, just keep it topped up with things to burn, keep it topped up with fuel, and that way, hopefully by the end of the season, we can pull out a single item and get like literally 1,000 levels worth of experience. Beardstone is on board, Tiztom is on board, Foxy and Liara are on board. We got 5 people giving sacrifices to the almighty furnace. However, right now it's running a bit low on things to burn, and it's also running a bit low on fuel as well. As you can see, I've been putting everything from the fish farm in here, including the crappy fishing rods and all of the fish. So, everything that Silent 2 is fishing is gonna go more or less directly into this thing. I said Foxy is on board with this. I don't know if he is, but I know that Zloy definitely is, and that's the name that I intended to say, because we're definitely best friends. Anyway, so this thing works pretty easily. However, it's a little bit cheaty. All you gotta do is power the hopper underneath it, pull out a single item, and then you'll get all of the experience from it. As you can see, we just gained 5 levels at level 76. So then you unlock it, you back out of the furnace, and you can pull out another item to get all of that experience again. It's definitely a bug, like 1,000,000,000,000,000%. However, it's also really fun, and it's Bedrock edition, so you gotta have a little bit of fun with the bugs. Anyway, all of that brings me around to the point that we're gonna go ahead and do an hour or more long mining session to become much more rich on the server, and also get a whole bunch of coal to power the almighty furnace for even longer. About an hour or an hour and a half of mining later, and we have literally so many things. Fortune 3 is incredibly overpowered in this update, and I love it personally. As you can see, we got a lot of good stuff, a stack and a half of coal blocks, 48 entire blocks of iron once we smelt them down, over a stack and a half of copper blocks, 11 blocks of gold, 39 lapis, over 2 stacks of redstone blocks, 43 lovely diamonds, and of course a bunch of amethyst as well. Now, because we did that mining on a live stream, I need to give 8 of these diamonds to Zloy because, you know, chat just be like that. So Zloy's getting 8 diamonds, I'm keeping 35. That's enough for quite a few things. We can even go buy some stuff, and now we have plenty of coal for the almighty furnace, which is great because the almighty furnace is now basically completely out of burnable fuel. So we're just going to chuck all of that coal in there, just sacrifice it all, and then we're also going to burn down all of our ores and stuff as well, because ores give the best experience out of really anything that you can smelt. It's better than fish, it's better than taters. Block form really doesn't do it justice. Look how much raw copper and iron and gold that is. That is so much. Each one of those is going to get turned into an ingot, and then we got all of these ones and those ones too. Incredible amount of ores. Seriously, Fortune 3 is just literally the best enchantment in the game now. Soak Touch is dead. Soak Touch is dead to me. It is just, it's dead. That's all there is to it. No more Soak Touch. Fortune 3 all the way, baby. Alrighty, so little adventures aside, it's been a couple of days since the beginning of this episode, and we have absolutely 1 sale in the shop. Fantastic. We sold a God Bow, but not one of the planned obsolescence ones. And we have a couple of sales in here as well. Very nice. And they left us 2 diamonds. This shop is kind of set up so that you can pay 1 diamond or 2 diamonds, depending on how good you think the book is. And I have a feeling most people are going to end up paying 2 diamonds because, in my experience, if you allow people to give as much as they want, they generally pay a little bit more. Like, yeah, it's just a thing. I don't know. People are too nice. But they can pay as much as they want. I don't know. They could take every book in that chest for a diamond, and I wouldn't really be upset. Since it's been a couple of days since we set up the Amethyst farms, we should have fully grown amethyst everywhere. Oh my god, that is so much. Okay, this is what I like to see. Look at that. Oh, that is gonna be so much amethyst. We have this, but like times 2.5. Oh yeah, let's get all of these mined with Fortune 3. So this should work out to be about 20 stacks from some rough like napkin math with no real reference, and that's kind of how much I'm hoping we get. 20 stacks of amethyst every couple of days would not be too shabby, honestly. So it's a little bit of a pain to go around and harvest all of these manually. However, I have done it, and it appears that there's actually some more kind of like sitting up there that I haven't grabbed yet. However, I significantly underestimated the amount of crystals that we would get from this. So as you can see, we got basically an entire inventory right here, and an entire single chest as well, which is 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 stacks. 33 stacks of amethyst shards from one geode. We got 3 of these things in the area. Jeez, that is way more than I expected. Let's check on geode processing unit number 2. Oh, these are so beautiful when they're fully grown. Look at that, they're so cool. I love it. That is some thumbnail material right there. So we've already gotten 33 stacks or something? I don't know. I'm just going to keep on mining these things until we have too much. So it appears that geode processing unit number 3 is slightly outside of the AFK range because only like 4 or 5 of these buds actually had anything growing on them. So all of this stuff over here did not grow, like barely at all. Pretty unfortunate, but that's a really easy fix. We can just move the AFK spot in the AFK Fisher. Either way, we still got 45 stacks of amethyst shards from 1 large geode and 1 small geode, fully grown, harvesting with Fortune 3. That is pretty insane. If we were to harvest that automatically with pistons or something, first of all, it'd be an absolute mess of redstone and hoppers, and we would get significantly less shards. So I'm honestly pretty fine with doing it manually, especially because we're not going to need to harvest them that often. So of course, Silent 2 did a bunch more fishing as well, and that means that we have an absolute ton of books and bows and fishing rods and even more fish to throw into the almighty furnace. So I'll have to sort through these things off camera, but chances are we probably got some pretty good loot. Just taking a look through here, we got the Smite 4. Yeah, that's a good book, definitely. And any mending? Please mending? I don't see any mending. Okay, yeah, nobody wants to go through all those books. That's boring. Anyway, let's go back to the base. And thanks to all the lovely fishing that Silent 2 has been doing, we actually have every single enchantment book that we need for a full set of fully enchanted armors, tools, and weapons. So as you can see, we got all of our sword enchantments, all of the helmet enchantments, the chest plate, the pants, the boots, and even a silk touch pickaxe. I'm still trying to work on getting some more efficiency 5 for like the axe and the shovel, but that can be done later. So now it is time for a little bit of an enchanting spree. From 9 levels all the way up to 43! The almighty furnace is beautiful. Back to enchanting. Time to make ourselves our second diamond pickaxe of the season, and now we're gonna turn this thing immediately into a silk touch one. And there we go, our first fully enchanted set of diamond armor, tools, and weapons. This stuff is looking fantastic. I think I spent like 115 levels combining all this stuff, but now we are good to go for basically everything. Eventually we're going to turn this into netherite, of course. Here's hoping we don't lose it in fire or lava before then, but I think we're gonna go netherite mining fairly soon. And now look at this, we are looking super shiny over here. Oh yeah. It's been so long since I've worn diamond armor. It's literally been like a year and a half since I've worn enchanted diamond armor, because you know, netherite exists. Why would I ever want to wear this stuff? Anyway, I am so happy about this now. That is pretty solid. We still got to get some efficiency 5s, some more unbreakings and silk touch, and then we'll have our axe and shovel completely enchanted. As you can see, they are taking a little bit of a beating, but we are doing so very well. So we didn't get the iron farm done today like I wanted to, but we can do that in the next episode, and we can get into villagers and trading, and maybe even get a crop farm going for like automatic potatoage. That would be kind of fun. But today we did get that amethyst farm up and running. We got fully enchanted sets of tools and weapons. We got the shop going and a couple other things as well. Overall, I feel like this has been a pretty productive little episode. I've yet to actually build anything on the server yet, but that'll happen. That'll happen very soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's episode of Truly Bedrock Season 3. I hope that you have greatly enjoyed. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, then of course, make sure to leave a like on the video. It significantly helps out the video and the channel a ton. If you're new here, then subscribe so that you don't miss the next episodes. And then there was silence.